This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 246, Having Enough, by M.O.N.E.Y of budgetsaresexy.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Living Daily, the podcast that brings you the best in personal development and productivity every day of the week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Justin Malik.
How's it going, Life Optimizer? Welcome back to Optimal Living Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal development, personal finance, and any other personal related blog I can find, with author permission, of course. I need to make sure I make that clear every now and then. And today I'm back with a post from M.O.N.E.Y, who mostly writes about personal finance, but occasionally about personal development in general. And I like to share those posts here, while most of the money posts are read over at Optimal Finance Daily. And now normally I'd put in my request for the day here, like a certain way to show support, but I've been thinking about it, and only a very small percentage of people will visit my site or check out the other podcasts or join my mailing list, even if it means free stuff. And those same people are almost certainly the same people that would listen to an episode all the way through, so I might as well talk about that stuff at the end of the episode after I've already delivered value. Plus, by doing that, if a new listener comes in, then they'll be more likely to listen to the whole thing all the way through and not be turned off by me asking for support before even providing any substance. But anyway, I don't think I need to sell you on this idea. Just want to let you know what I might be experimenting with over the next several episodes and why. So with that, please hang around until the end of the episode if you like what you hear. And for now, let's start optimizing your life. Having Enough, by M.O.N.E.Y of budgetsaresexy.com. Every few weeks, I'll lean into my wife and whisper, "If I were to die tomorrow, I'd be a happy man." It freaks her the hell out, and rightfully so, but it's a reminder to her, and more importantly to myself, that as of this day and time, I have enough. I have enough love, I have enough things, and I almost have enough money. It's a pretty powerful thing to realize. When you truly have enough, you no longer spend energy or time chasing stuff in hopes they fulfill you. You still desire things like, say, millions of dollars or a six-pack of beer or abs, but you know deep down that you don't need any of that to be happy. They're just wants. You're thankful for what you have and you count your blessings for it. Everything else is just gravy. My friend Donna summed it up perfectly in a past article of hers. Quote, "I have everything I need and some of what I want. How many people get to say that and to mean it?" Unquote. That line has stuck with me for over a year and a half now. How beautiful it is to realize such a thing. How many people do we know who's genuinely satisfied with their lives and not forever chasing fulfillment, and faux fulfillment at that? She later went on to divulge her income and why she's now fine living off $36,000 a year instead of $85,000 a year. And it's an interesting read if you ever have a few seconds to check it out. So how do you become content with a life so financially driven and fast-paced? By taking the time to look around and acknowledge what you're thankful for right now. It's a lot harder to want more when you realize just how much you already have. For example, here are the things that first come to mind when I stop and do this exercise myself. I have 2 beautiful boys. I have 1 beautiful wife. I have a roof over my head with furniture and internet and electricity to keep me warm. I have tons of food and running water to keep our bellies full. I have a job I feel gives me purpose. I have a nest egg of money that's, knock on wood, growing. And I have a beating heart and pulse. That last one's pretty important. But how often do you stop and consider that? How many people do you know who will never get more time here on earth? If you were to die the second you finish reading this sentence, would you be passing on with a smile on your face? I don't mean to get all sentimental up in here, but these are the things we often overlook in the midst of our chaotic lives. We're constantly chasing that next thing, whatever it is, and rarely take a few moments to soak in everything we've accomplished so far. When we hit $1,000 in savings, we want to hurry up and get to $2,000. When we pay off one credit card, we want to hurry up and pay off the second. As soon as we get a promotion at work, we want to go for the next one. All noble feats, which of course we should always strive for, but we also need to be better about relishing what we have now and give ourselves pats on the back too. Here, I'll give you 15 seconds to pause and think of one beautiful thing in your life right now. Close your eyes if no one's watching and really concentrate on it. How would you feel if it were gone? How much better is your life with this thing in it? I sometimes have these moments in life where I'm walking down the street alone and then all of a sudden feel this warmth of pure joy wash over me, as if to remind me to slow down for a hot minute and remember what living's about. I don't know where the heck it comes from or why it occurs when it does. It only happens every 3 to 4 years. But in those flashing seconds, I'm the happiest I've ever felt. And then wonder if I'm about to be scooped away and lifted into the heavens. The point of all this, of course, is just to remind you that things aren't so horrible all the time. We will have our shitty days and things that'll happen to us we'll never quite understand, but we'll also have a ton of joy and accomplished dreams come our way that we could never have imagined as well. In short, we have to do a better job of being thankful for what we have in this moment right now while we still have it, because Lord knows what our future holds. So, if you'd allow me, I'd like to carry on my tradition of freaking people out and let you guys know that if this is the last time you ever hear from me on this sexy blog here, know I am one happy and thankful mother budgeter. And I couldn't have asked for a more supportive and genuinely nice group of readers. I'll try and email y'all from heaven. You just listened to the post titled Having Enough by M.O.N.E.Y of budgetsaresexy.com. And having enough is definitely a common theme among the blogs I read from, and not just blogs actually, but books too. My favorite personal finance book, also one of my favorite books in general, is Your Money or Your Life, which definitely talks about the principle of enough. So if you like this kind of content, you might want to check out that book. And if you buy it, or anything on Amazon for that matter, you can support this show while you're doing that by using my Amazon link. It's a nice way to contribute to this show financially because Amazon will donate a really small percentage to this show without increasing your price. You can do that by visiting oldpodcast.com/support. There's an Amazon link there and also a bunch of other ways you can show your support. And that should do it for today. Have a great rest of your Saturday if you're listening in real time. And I'll catch you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.